All right, so to begin the practice today, I want you to come down onto your hands and knees and begin in child's pose. We're going to start with a really easy restorative pose where you just point your feet, relax your hips onto your heels. You can take your arms forward and relax your forehead down onto the floor. In this method of practice, we're using Ujjayi breathing or breathing with sound. So I want you to close the mouth and take a big breath in through the nose and a breath out through the nose. Good. So as you're holding here, when you inhale, feel the rib cage expand. And as you exhale, just let your body relax onto the thighs. Good. Relax any tension with your breathing. Take an inhale, fill your lungs. And as you exhale, let the body rest here. Good. Now come up onto your hands and your knees. We're going to do a couple of cow and cat poses. To begin with, cow pose, inhale, lift your chin, lift your tailbone, create a back bend, and exhale, breathe out through the nose, tuck your chin, look towards your belly button, round your back. Inhale, lift the chin, cow pose, look up and lift your tailbone, and exhale, round the spine, look towards your belly button. Let's do one more. Inhale, big breath in. And exhale all the air out. Very good. Take neutral spine. And now curl your toes under, lift your hips up, and come into a downward facing dog. Press your heels toward the floor. Pedal your heels a couple times and just relax and loosen up the back of your legs. Try press both heels down toward the floor to the floor simultaneously. Stretch a little deeper into the back of your legs. Walk your feet forward toward the top of your mat. Try bring your feet together, or you can have your feet separated. Bend your knees as much as you need, and inhale, lift your head up. Exhale, drop your head down, bringing your forehead towards your knees. On an inhale, you can bend your knees as much as you need. Come all the way up. Raise your arms above your head, touch your palms together, look up. And exhale, let your arms relax down beside the body. Now we're going to do practice Surya Namaskar A with the cow and cat. Inhale, raise your arms above your head, touch your palms together, look up. Exhale, fold forward, touch your hands to the floor, drop your head. Inhaling, lift your head, look forward. Exhale, come down onto your hands and knees. Inhale, cow pose, lift the chin, lift the tailbone. Exhale, cat pose, round the spine, look toward your belly button. Come into child's pose, touch your hips towards your heels, and again, just let your forehead relax on the floor. We're going to breathe here, 5 deep breaths. Inhale through your nose, and exhale through your nose. And that's already 1. Breathe in. Exhale, all the air out. 2, again, breathe in. Exhale. 3, inhale, breathe. Exhale. 4, one more, inhale. And exhale. 5, come up onto your hands and knees. Curl your toes under, lift your hips, create downward facing dog. Inhale, walk your feet forward toward the top of your mat. Lift your chin. Take an exhale, drop your head down, forehead towards your knees. Remember, you can bend your knees as much as you need. Inhale, come all the way up. Raise your arms above your head. Look up. Relax the arms down and return into Samastitihi, the neutral position. Okay, this time we'll add cobra. Inhale, raise your arms above your head. As you exhale, fold, bring your hands and head down. On your inhale, lift your head, look forward. As you exhale, come down onto your hands and knees. Lie all the way down to your belly, touch your pelvis, chest, and chin on the floor. Inhale, cobra pose, engage your back muscles, squeeze nice and strong. And exhale, come back into child's pose. Bring your hips towards your heels and your forehead down toward the floor. Good. Here you can keep breathing, maintain a breath rhythm. Inhale and exhale, breathe 5 times. That's already 1. And here, as you're holding, just again, tune into your breath, relax the body, release any stress, let go of any tension. 2, continue with that nice deep breathing, breath rhythm. 3, good. You can have your eyes open or closed here. 4, again, big breath in. And exhale. 5, great. Come up onto your hands and knees. Curl your toes under. Lift your hips up. Press into the downward facing dog again. Inhale, walk your feet forward toward the top of your mat. Lift your chin. Inhale. Exhale, bring your head as close towards your shins as possible. Good. Inhale, come all the way up. Remember, you can always bend your knees when you lift. Pull your belly in. Exhale, let your arms relax down. Good. We'll do one more sun salutation A, and this time we're going to add in the upward facing dog. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, fold. Remember, you can bend your knees as much as you need. Inhale, let your head lift, look forward. Exhale, come down onto your hands and knees. Lay all the way down onto your belly. Touch your pelvis, chest, and chin. Cobra, inhale, use your back muscles, raise up. And now, press into the palms and continue to come all the way into upward dog. Let your knees relax on the floor in the beginning. Press into the palms, lift your chest up through your shoulders, and just tip your head back. Take a big breath in. And exhale. Again, let's go to child's pose. Bring your hips to your heels and your forehead down to the floor. Great. Continue breathing. Inhale and exhale. For those of you that like down dog and would prefer to hold down dog, that's one. You can curl the toes under and remain in downward facing dog. 2, if you love child's pose and today you just need a nice, good, restorative, grounding, relaxing posture to breathe in. 3, you can choose. This is your practice. This is your time. We're here together, and here's an opportunity for you to de-stress, release, and relax. That's already 4. There's no one watching you specifically. You're following me. So that makes it a really unique and awesome opportunity because you can truly relax and make the practice your own. That's 5. Go ahead and curl your toes under. Come into downward facing dog. Lift your hips. Press your heels down. Inhale, walk your feet forward. It might take a breath or two to get here, but once you land, inhale, lift your chin. Exhale, fold, bring your head down. Good, inhale. Come all the way up, raise your arms above your head, palms touch. And exhale, relax your arms down beside the body. Now we make a modified Surya Namaskar B. Bend your knees, take chair pose, inhale, raise your arms above and look up. As you exhale, fold forward, bring your hands and head down. On your inhale, let your head lift, look forward. On your exhale, come down onto your hands and knees. We'll go inhale for cow pose, which is like up dog. Exhale into cat pose, which is like down dog. Take neutral spine. Now, right foot step forward. Balance on your left knee and your right foot. Raise your arms above your head. Look up at your palms. Take an inhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Bring your hands to the floor. Step your right foot back. Come into the hands and knees position. Inhale, cow. Lift your chin. Exhale, cat. Round your spine. Good. Now, take your left foot forward. Balance on your right knee and left foot. Raise your arms above your head. Touch your palms together. Look up. Take a big breath in. And exhale. Bring your hands to the floor. Take your left leg back. Stay on hands and knees. Inhale, cow pose. Lift your chin. Look up. And exhale, cat pose. Round the spine. Good. Now, again, child's pose. Rest and relax in child's pose. Use this as an opportunity. Continue breathing. 1, to find your center and your calm. Allow the posture and your breath to bring you into the present moment and tune into what's really happening here and now. You have the opportunity to breathe. You have the opportunity to stretch. And this really helps us to feel grounded, centered, and focused. That's already 4. Big breath in. And exhale. 5. Great. Come up onto your hands and knees. Curl your toes under. Make downward facing dog. Press your heels down. Inhale. Walk your feet forward. Land them together. Lift your chin. Inhale. Exhale. Drop your head down. Bring your forehead towards your legs. Good. Now bend the knees. We're going to end with the same pose we started. Raise your arms above your head. Look up. Breathe in. And then to straighten your legs, stand tall, and let your arms relax. Now we're going to do Surya Namaskar B, and we'll add in the full warrior position. Bend your knees. Inhale, raise your arms above, look up. Exhale, fold hands and head down, forehead toward the shins. Inhale, lift the chin. Remember, you can bend your knees. Inhale. And exhale, come down onto your hands and knees. Come down onto your belly, touch your pelvis, chest, chin, touch the floor. Inhale, use cobra pose, squeeze the back muscles. Exhale, child's pose. Bring your hips back towards your heels. Inhale, come up onto your hands and knees. Take your right foot forward, straighten the back leg, relax your left heel down, press into the right foot, come all the way up, raise your arms above your head, take a big breath, inhale. Exhale, bring your hands back to the floor, touch your left knee, take your right leg back, lower all the way down, touch your pelvis, touch your chest, touch your chin. Cobra, inhale, squeeze the back muscles. Child's pose, bring your hips towards your heels. Inhale, come up onto your hands and knees, left side. Take your left foot forward, straighten the back leg, drop your right heel down, press into your left leg, come all the way up, raise the arms. Once you make it up, finish with a big breath, inhale. And exhale, bring your hands to the floor, touch your right knee down, left leg back, and lower all the way again down onto your belly. Let's add the up dog. Press, start with cobra. Follow through by continue to lift the chest up, look up. Downward dog, curl your toes under, lift your hips. Let's hold here in down dog. But again, if you prefer to stay in child's pose, you can. Breathe. 1, inhale. Exhale. 2, big breath in. Exhale. 3, try to look towards your belly button. And as you exhale, press your heels down toward the floor. 4, it's very natural that your heels will still be lifted. That's okay. Do the best you can. Press them down. 5, inhale, walk your feet forward, land your feet together. Try to lift your chin. Inhale. Exhale, drop your head down. Bend your knees. Inhale, come up into chair pose. Raise your arms up, look up. And exhale, return again to Samasthiti. Good, that's our warming up series. Now we're going to begin our standing poses. First is Padangusthasana. Separate your feet, hip width apart, put your hands on your hips, lift your chest. Exhale, bend your knees as much as you need. Bring your hands down, grab a hold of the big toes using 2-finger grip, peace finger grip. Take an inhale breath. Once you're able to hold your toes, try to lift your chin. If you're able to straighten your legs all the way, straighten the legs. But remember, that's not the only focus. The main idea here is we're going to get a nice forward bend. Exhale, let your head relax down. Now we're going to hold here and breathe for 1, 2. Now remember the option, once you get comfortable, the main idea in this style of practice here is we're not really trying to push hard or go really deep. We just want to get comfortable. We just want to relax. 4, if you're able to straighten the legs, wonderful. However, it's no problem to have your knees bent. 5, now inhale, breathe, lift your head up. We're going to go to Padahastasana. So you lift your toes, try slide your hands under the feet. Another way to modify that is to just slide your fingertips under your toe tips. Okay, on an inhale breath, again, lift your chin. And as you exhale, fold forward. Good. So the main idea, again, is kind of relax. Let your body relax. Don't tense up. Don't stress. 2. And then work slow and steady. Eventually, we straighten the legs and you can continue to pull. 3. But again, my goal and our goal can be to just create a nice, easy yoga practice. 4. By the end, we're going to feel amazing. 5. Good. On the inhale, lift your head, look forward. And exhale, bring your hands onto your hips. Remember, you can bend your knees. I want you to pull your belly in so you support your lower back. Come all the way up and bring your feet together. Good. For the next pose, you're going to inhale and step out to the right. I'm going to go ahead and turn so that I'm facing forward towards you. And we're going to create what's called triangle pose. So you're going to turn your right toes out. Pull your belly in. As you exhale, you can bring your right hand onto your right knee. Take your left arm, reach straight up. For those of you who are flexible here, you can reach your right hand as far down as you're able. It could culminate with grabbing the big toe. However, on purpose today, I want to focus on the elemental aspects of the pose. 1, keep breathing. Really stretch your left arm up. 2, try turn your chin and look up towards your hand. 3, you're looking up at your left hand. 4, 5. Good. Inhale, come all the way back to center. Turn your right toes in, turn your left toes out. Exhale, bring your left hand down onto your left knee. Reach your right arm up, look up towards your right hand. Hold, breathe. 1. It's called Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle. 2, what we want to do is try to straighten both of the legs. 3, squeeze your belly in, start to engage your core in every pose. 4, again, look up toward the hand to stretch the neck. 5, inhale, breathe, come all the way up. Turn your left toes in, turn your right toes out. Parvarita Trikonasana, so twisting triangle. In the beginning, what I want you to do is place your left hand on your right knee. Okay, now eventually the flexibility, we're going to increase our flexibility over time. Our hand can come all the way down to the floor. Those of you at home that have a block, you can place your hand onto a block, and or we can make it really simple by just put your left hand on your knee. With your right arm, reach up toward the ceiling, creating a twisting position. And I'm going to go ahead and turn my head and try to look up toward the right hand for 1. Now, the key, draw the belly in. 2, we're not looking to make a really big twist here. What I want you to do is start to engage your core. 4, feel as if you're pulling your belly in to be able to create the rotation. 5, good. Then inhale, come all the way up, stretch your arms apart, turn your right toes in, turn your left toes out. Exhale, take your right hand down onto your left knee. Remember the options, if you can go to the floor or you like a block, either way. Okay, now take your left arm and reach up. When you feel like you're grounded and your hips are square, practice working the rotation. 2, and then turn your chin toward the left shoulder to challenge the balance. 3, if you look up and you feel wobbly, look down on the floor. 4, to help keep you grounded and centered. 5, good. Inhale, come all the way up, square off to the side wall. And now we're going to come back into Samastitihi. All right, Utthita Parshvakonasana. Inhale, take a wide step to the right, stretch your arms apart, pivot on your right heel, turn your right toes out. Exhale, bend the right knee, put your right elbow on your thigh, take your left arm above your head, in line with the torso and left leg. Try to turn your chin and look up at your left hand. 1, those of you familiar with the pose and want to go all the way into the Utthita Parshvakonasana with the hand on the floor, you can. 2, otherwise, let's make it easy here with the elbow on the knee. 3, good. We have what's called drishti points. 4, the drishti here is the left hand. Gaze at your left hand. 5, good. Inhale, come all the way up. Straighten the leg, turn the right toes in, pivot on your left heel, turn your left toes out. Exhale, bend the left knee, put your elbow on the thigh, take your right arm above your head, look towards your right hand, continue breathing. 1, inhale and exhale. That's right. 2, this is just as much a breathing practice as it is a posture practice. 3, use the focal point. Keeping your eyes steady is going to bring you a lot of concentration. 4, keep your right leg strong and bend your left knee. 5, good. On your inhale, come all the way up, stretch your arms apart. Okay, now go ahead and bring your hands to the floor and touch your left knee on the ground. I'm going to go ahead and turn so that'll be easy for you guys to see the positioning that I'm encouraging you to try. So your right foot's on the floor, your left knee is on the ground, and you take your left elbow and you cross it over your right knee. Bring your hands like a prayer position. Use the leverage of the palm pressure to give you the ability to twist. 1, you can hold here. Those of you that want to challenge the balance, you can curl your back toes under. 2, and see if you can straighten the back leg while maintaining the balance. 3, but again, we can find a place where we're comfortable, steady. 4, 5, good. Unwind the pose. So you're going to straighten the back leg, drop the heel, press into the right foot, come all the way up. We're going to turn the right toes in, turn your left toes out. And now bend the right knee and place your right knee on the ground. Take your right arm, cross over your left thigh. Try to bring your hands in prayer position. Push your palms together, look towards your left elbow. 1, again, remember the option. It's a good idea to try to attempt the same thing on the other side. 2, this way we're going to build and develop symmetry in our practice. 4, 5. Good. Unwind the pose. Inhale. Come all the way up. and return to Samastitihi, neutral position. Good. Our next posture is Prasarita Padottanasana, so that you'll have the right positioning. I'm going to face the opposite direction. Okay, inhale, step out to the right and stretch your arms apart and place your hands onto your hips. And with an inhale, lift your chest and look up. Now, exhale, bend your knees, fold forward, try bring your hands down onto the floor. If you're able to straighten your legs, wonderful. Otherwise, just keep your knees bending. Keep the strength in the legs. Take an inhale. Exhale, drop your head down and fold forward. 1. From here, if you're able to straighten your legs, you press the knees back. 2. Some of you will be able to bring your head all the way down toward the floor. 3. However, in the beginning, what's key is we want to start to stretch our hamstrings. 4. And open up the abductors on the inner thighs. 5, on an inhale, lift your head up. Now to come up, because some of you might have some back issues, a great way to do this easily is to just put one elbow on one knee, then the other. Get down low in your stance, pull your belly in, and come all the way back up. Inhale, reach your arms apart for B. Exhale, bring your hands onto your hips. Take an inhale, lift your chest up. And exhale, fold your body forward. Okay, keep your hands on your hips. You might want to bend your knees again. Get down low, bend the knees, totally fine. You're going to build strength and flexibility simultaneously. Let your head drop down. 1, keep breathing. Nice 5 breath rhythm. 2, the glorious thing of breathing 5 breaths in each pose is it's going to end pretty quickly. So if it's challenging for you, 3, just stay with it. Maintain the breathing. 4, 5, good. Inhale again. Bend the knees if you need. Come all the way up. Nice. The next one is Prasarita Padottanasana C. So what I'm going to have you do is reach your arms apart. Take your hands behind your back. Interlace your 10 fingers. Now some of you will be able to straighten your arms all the way and roll the shoulders back. Do the best you can. Now on an inhale, lift your chin, lift your chest. And as you exhale, fold forward. And aim the top of your head down toward the ground and stretch your hands away from your hips. For 1, if you have some shoulder issues, you can always just rest the hands on the low back. 2, remember the option to bend the knees as well. 3, slowly, gently work on extending the shoulder joints. For 4, and as well, you can straighten the legs. 5, good. Inhale, come all the way back up and place your hands on your hips. Nice. If you get a little head rush, take your time. Okay, inhale, lift your chin up. Exhale, fold forward, bend your knees again. Use peace finger grip, 2-finger grip, index and middle. Grab a hold of your big toes. Okay, so bent knees, I can hold onto my toes. Can I straighten my legs while holding the toes? Try. Once you find your edge, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Breathe. 1, some of you, if you have a wider stance and flexibility permits, you can touch your head down onto the floor. 2, maintain your breathing rhythm. Inhale and exhale. 3, a great way is just like get loose and relaxed. Just let your body hang here as best you can. 4, and try to pull your belly in nice and strong. Good. 5, on your inhale, let your head lift up. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your hips. On the inhale, come all the way up. And we're going to come back to Samastitihi. Easy style, just walk your feet together and turn, face the front. Good. Our next pose is called Parsvottanasana. I'm going to turn so that you can see what we're eventually aiming for is what's called reverse prayer position with the hands behind the back. However, if that's a little bit much, you can grab your elbows behind. Somewhere in between those two options is make fist and try to touch your knuckles together. Once you decide where you're going to go with your arms, then now take your right foot, step back, pivot, turn, face so that your right foot is forward. Inhale, breathe, lift your chin, lift your chest, pull the belly in. Exhale, fold forward over your right leg. Look down at your right foot. Hold, breathe. 1. Where we're headed is toward bringing the belly to thigh, chest toward knee, and eventually chin can touch the shin. 2. But what I want you to do in the beginning is pay attention to how this posture feels. 3, the definition of a yoga pose is it needs to be steady and comfortable. 4, so you can modify these positions as necessary. 5, inhale, come all the way up. Pivot, turn face side. Pivot, turn face so your left foot is forward. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold over your left leg. Now look at your left foot. Stay focused, steady. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, breathe, come all the way up. And you can turn to the side, relax your arms down, and come back into the Samasthiti position, neutral position, top of your mat. Good. This completes our warming up poses, fundamental asanas. Now we're going to begin some balance poses. And this one's called standing leg raises, Utthita Asta Padangusthasana. What I want you to do is put both hands on your hips, balance on your left leg. Bend your right knee up and practice holding here with a bent right knee. 1, maintain the balance nice and steady. 2, keep your hands on your hips and feel your belly pulling in. 3, try to stand as tall as you can. Raise your head tall or stretch up. 4, good. Maintain your balance. And 5, nice. Release your right leg down. Let's do the left side. Keep your hands on your hips, balance on your right leg. Bend your left knee up. Good. Hold. 1, balance if you need the wall. 2, or you could always put a chair beside you and hold on to a chair. 3, what we're trying to do is really just work on the coordination. 4, associated with balancing on one leg. Nice. 5, release your left leg down. Now, keep your left hand on your hip, bend your right knee up, and grab a hold of the right shin below the knee. Hold the balance, open the knee to the right. And for those of you able, 1, you can try gaze over your left shoulder for a little extra challenge. 2, good. Again here, try to pull the belly in, reach up. 3, keep your standing leg strong and active. 4, 5, good. Bring your right leg back in front and bring your hands to your hips. And now lower your right leg back down. Great, let's do the left side. So balance on your right leg, bend your left knee up, grab a hold of the shin below the knee, hold your balance steady, and practice. Just make real slow incremental movements so that you can stay steady through the range of motion. 1, good. And again, a little more challenge, turn your head to the right. 2, keep working strong standing leg, draw belly in. 3, keep breathing, this is key. 4, maintain inhale. And exhale. 5, good. Bring your left leg back to the center. Put your hand on your hip and lower your left leg down with control. One more on this part here. We're going to take our right toes, point our right foot, and just balance with hands on hips. Lift your right leg up as high as you can. 1, it doesn't have to go really high. 2, what we're doing is strengthening the quadricep muscle and the hip flexors, and you got to squeeze your belly in. For 3, the main idea is imagine you're being pulled up by the top of your head. For 4, and 5, lower your right leg down. Balance on your right leg, point your left foot, left toes, and then lift your leg as high as possible. 1, some of you that are challenged with the balance, you can have your toes touch the floor. 2, and then just go about a ½ inch up. 3, as you get steady, you'll be able to go higher and higher. 4, 5, good. Release, lower your left leg down. Relax your arms. We have one more balance pose. This one is a half-bound lotus. Because the purpose of this class is to make it relatively easy, I'm going to have you do tree pose. I want you, actually really easy, keep your hands on your hips and try to put your foot onto your left shin. If you're able to grab a hold of the shin, pull the foot up high and put the right sole of the foot against your left inner thigh. Bring your hands to a prayer position about heart center. And those of you comfortable with raising your arms above your head, you can reach your arms up. Breathe. 1, pick a focal point. Hold really steady with your attention. 2, don't let the eyes move. Once you pick your spot. 3, stay with it the whole time. 4, this will bring a lot of grounding energy into the pose. 5, and then exhale, let your arms come down, release your right leg down, and lower your feet back together again. Left side, bend your left knee. Remember the option of making it simple. If you lose your balance, no worries. Come right back in. When you have the balance and the foot pressure against the thigh, you can raise your arms above. And let's hold here 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Let your arms come down. Release your left leg down and bring your feet back together again. All right, now we make a transition set of movements where we're going to come back to Sun Salutation A by going inhale, raise your arms above your head, touch your palms, look up. And exhale, fold, bend your knees if you need, bring your hands and head down. On your inhale, let your head lift, look forward. And as you exhale, come down onto your hands and knees. Cow pose, inhale, lift the chin. Cat pose, exhale, round your back. Good. From here, come into child's pose. Bring your hips to your heels. Bring your forehead down. Okay, now curl your toes under. Come onto your hands and knees. Go ahead and walk your feet forward toward the top of your mat. Bend the knees. We're coming up into chair pose. Raise your arms above your head. Touch your palms. And breathe. 1. Look up at your thumbs. 2. If your neck has some tension and you're not real comfortable extending the neck, then simply find a spot. 3. Where you can hold the head steady. Now bend your knees. 4. Bend your knees. Come down a little lower onto the heels, into the knee bend. And 5. Exhale. Fold and bring your hands and head toward, hands to floor, head toward shins. Inhale, let your head lift up. And exhale, come down again onto your hands and knees. This time, lay all the way down onto your belly. Let's again practice the cobra pose. This is an excellent way to strengthen the back musculature. Squeeze your back, lift your chin and chest. Good. Exhale, come all the way into child's pose. Come up onto your hands and knees. Warrior 1. Step your right foot forward. You can balance on your left knee and right foot. For those of you that want to go to the full warrior, straighten the back leg, balance on your left heel. Take your arms above your head, join the palms, and look up at your thumbs. Breathe. 1. Keep your back leg straight. 2. One of the keys is to not let that back left knee bend at all. 3. Engage the quad, straighten the leg, then bend the right knee. 4. Come down as low as you can. 5. Now just inhale, straighten your right leg. Pivot on the right heel, turn the right toes in. Pivot on the left heel, turn the left toes out. Bend your left knee. Tilt your head back, look up. Hold and breathe. 1, strong back leg. 2, as you bend your left knee, come a little lower. 3, draw the belly in, squeeze at the center. 4, 5, good. Warrior B. Keep your left knee bent. Drop your arms down parallel to the ground. Turn your chin over your left shoulder. Look at your left hand. 1, bend the left knee. 2, straight back leg. 3, squeeze the belly in nice and strong. Reach your arms apart. 4, on your last exhale, see if you can bend the left knee a little bit more. 5, straighten your left leg, turn your left toes to side. Pivot on your right heel, turn your right toes toward the front. Bend the right knee. Breathe. 1, good. Align your right knee directly above your right heel. 2, stretch your arms apart, creating a straight line from one hand to the other. 3, as you bend the right knee, keep that alignment of the arms and knee above heel. 4, and now right at the very end, I want you to try to pull your stomach in really strong. And 5, bring your hands to the floor, let your left knee touch the ground. Take your right leg back, land on hands and knees. Inhale, breathe, cow pose, lift your chin and chest. And exhale, cat pose, round your spine. Come to child's pose, and we're going to hold here for 5 breaths. Let your forehead come down. Breathe, inhale, exhale. 1, inhale, exhale. 2, good, breathe in. We just completed all of our standing poses. Exhale, all the air out. 3, again, inhale. And we're getting ready to move to some seated poses. 4, good, breathe in. And exhale. 5. All right. So from here, just come up onto your hands and knees. What I like for you to do is just swivel your legs around. Bring your legs in front of you and lie down onto your back. Lie on the back. Let your arms relax. Let your palms face up. Take a big breath, inhale. And a breath, exhale. Good. Hold here. Pick a focal point with eyes open. Inhale. And exhale. Just let your belly relax as you exhale. Good. Let's do one more. Big breath in. And exhale. Good. Bring your legs together. Pavanamuktasana, wind removing pose. Go ahead and bend your right knee up towards your chest. Interlace your 10 fingers together below your right knee. Pull your right knee down towards your right shoulder. Compress the right thigh against your abdomen. 1, the left knee is going to want to bend, so try to straighten the leg. 2, to engage and keep the left hip down onto the floor. 3, and then with each exhale, try to pull your right knee down towards your shoulder. For 4, take one more big breath in. And when you exhale, give a strong pull. 5, inhale, straighten your right leg up toward the ceiling. And exhale, release and lower your right leg down. Bend your left knee up, interlace your 10 fingers, grab below your left knee, and pull your left knee down towards your left shoulder. Tuck your chin down, stretch and lengthen the back of your neck. Breathe. 1, each exhale, try to pull the knee down. 2, make strong right leg straighten. 3, dorsiflex your right ankle, so that means your right toes pull back towards your face. For 4, but the left foot stays totally relaxed. 5, good. Inhale, straighten your left leg all the way up. And exhale, release and lower your left leg down to the floor. Now bend both knees up towards your chest. Wrap your arms all the way around. Try grab a hold of your opposite elbows. If that's too far, you can grab your wrists. Or if you need a towel or strap, wrap them around your legs. Okay, so once you have your position, draw the knees down towards your chest, tuck your chin down towards your throat, press your tailbone down toward the floor. For 1, each exhale, try to squeeze the knees in strong to the body. 2, good. When you breathe in, the ribcage will press against the thighs. Exhale, pull, squeeze the air out. Good. Again, breathe. Nice deep breath in. When you exhale, squeeze and compress. This is good for massaging the abdominal area. One more. Breath inhale. And as you exhale, pull the knees in strong to the body. Good. From here, go ahead and straighten both of the legs up toward the ceiling. Place your arms onto the floor beside your hips with palms flat. And slowly lower your both legs down toward the ground to build the strength of the hip flexors and abdominal wall. Very nice. From here, go ahead and bend your right knee up. See if you can grab a hold of your big right toe. And with your right hand, 2-finger grip. Inhale, practice trying to straighten the right leg above or in front. For 1, this way we're able to practice similar to what we did in leg raises where we held onto the knee. 2, and again, you can hold the right knee if you need. Another option, 3, is to take a strap and hook around the foot so that you're able to extend the leg fully. 4, give a nice stretch onto the backside hamstrings, right leg. 5, release, lower your right leg all the way down. And now bring your left leg up. Reach your left hand up, bend your knee as much as you need. Try to grab the big left toe. Remember the option of the strap or hold knee. Inhale, practice extending the legs so that you straighten or stretch your hamstrings. Breathe. 1, good. Each exhale, maintain holding. For 2, practice trying to keep your right leg nice and strong and active. 3, press into the left quadricep. For 4, to stretch the hamstrings in the left leg. 5, good. From here, release and lower your left leg all the way down. Take an inhale, bring your arms above your head, and on an exhale, come up into a sit-up position. Fold forward over your legs. If you're unable to touch your toes yet, that's totally normal. You can grab a hold of your shins. Another great option, if you have any hamstring issues, like we were doing when we were standing, you can always bend your knees. If from the bent knee position you want to try to grab your feet, you can. For those of you that are able to get the legs straight and grab your toes, grab a hold. Inhale, breathe, lift your chin, lift your chest. Exhale, breathe, fold your body forward. Now at the beginning, what I want you to try is just relax your upper body. Just let your head hang down and let your body fold as deep as it can without really creating a lot of pulling energy. Once you find out, 1, breathe, where you're able to still breathe and have the body feel relaxed. 2, now start to apply just a little bit of pulling energy, just a little bit. 3, what we're doing here in this practice is taking slow flow, easy style stretching. 4, take another big breath in. And on your last exhale, just come in a little deeper. And then 5, inhale, lift your head up. And exhale, release your feet. Now, take your hands behind your hips and place your palms flat down onto the floor. Bend your both knees, separate your feet about hip width apart. Before you lift up, try press against the palms and lift your chest up. Now, once you have your chest up, Lift your hips as high as you can, creating a tabletop position. Those of you who are able to relax your neck, 1, let your head just drop back. 2, some of us need to monitor the angle of the neck. 3, in which case you can hold it lifting. 4, use the down pressure of your feet to lift your hips as high as you can. And 5, exhale, release, lower your legs down. Very good. Let's try a very simple transition technique for a vinyasa, meaning a jump back. Just swivel your legs around and come onto your hands and knees. Here we're going to use cow and cat like we did earlier in class. Inhale, lift your chin to create a back bend. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin, look towards your navel. And now inhale, come back down into a seated position and bring your legs together in front of you. Janu Shirshasana A. Bend your right knee, bring your right heel in close to the hip. Now let your right knee relax down toward the floor. Reach forward for your left foot. If that's too far, grab your shin. Those of you that like to use a strap, you can. Inhale, lift your chin and chest. Exhale, fold your body forward, aiming your forehead towards your knee or towards your shin. Breathe. 1. Again, one of the main ideas here, 2, keep your left leg nice and strong. Activate your quadricep. 3, draw the belly in so you engage the abdominal wall. 4, and on each exhale, then try to come forward, maintaining those ingredients. 5, inhale, lift your head up. Exhale, release, bring your right leg forward, bend your left knee, bring your left heel in close to the body. And again, let your left knee relax. We do have to pay attention to our knees. If you have any knee discomfort, slide a block underneath or put a blanket. Make sure you take care of your knees. Reach forward for your right foot. Remember the modification options. Inhale, breathe in, belly in. Exhale, fold forward to where you're able to feel a sense of relaxation. 1. Remember, we're using the body positions and the combination of the breathing to help relax the muscle tissue, which will in turn relax the nervous system. 2, go to where you're able. So those of you that feel, you can go all the way down, head touch the knee. 3, good. Maintain, squeeze the right quadricep muscle. 4, and draw your shoulders back away from your ears. 5, on your inhale, lift your head up. And exhale, release the pose. Good. From here, swivel your legs around, come onto your hands and knees position. And on an inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the spine, and cat pose. Good. Now, let's practice stretching our knees. First, what I'd like for you to try is bring your knees and your feet together and just sit your hips on top of the heels. Some of us have some ankle issues and or knee stuff that makes it challenging to bend that deep. So what I'm going to have you do then is or now if you need, is place your hands on the floor and use your hands to support the pressure. If it's comfortable for you, just sit with your hips right on top of your heels. Let your hands touch onto your knees and practice lifting your chest up. Drop your chin down. Breathe here. 1. Good. So this is a great way to just increase the flexibility of your knees. 2. And again, this is within the range of natural flexibility and movement. 3, it's normal in the beginning to feel a little intense. We're only going to hold for 5 breaths. 4, but remember, always listen to your body and work accordingly. 5, good. If you're still comfortable here, I want you to inhale and take your arms above your head. Touch your palms together. And exhale, fold forward. This pose often is called, it's a version of a turtle pose. You're going to bring your hands to the floor, your head toward the ground. And here we're going to stretch our shoulders for 1. An alternative way that you could have gotten into the pose. 2 is to have your hips up, let your elbows come down, touch your hands, and then your head. 3, good. So wherever you're at in the pose, let the body stretch, let the shoulders open, let the knees still stretch. 4, 5, good. On the inhale, we're going to come all the way back up. And on an exhale, let your arms relax down beside the body. Very nice. From here, come forward onto your hands and knees. And we're going to go for the inhale of the cow pose. Lift your chin and look up. Exhale into the cat pose. Squeeze your belly, round your spine. Good. From here, go ahead and inhale and come through to a seated position. Bring your legs together in front of you. Good. Now we have what's called a Mrityasana A. So I want you to bend your right knee and bring your right heel close to the body. and put your left hand onto the floor. Now with your right arm, you can try wrap around the knee. One of the main things that we're trying to do here, we want to avoid just rounding the back and kind of slumping down. What I want you to do is hold onto the leg, push with your left hand against the floor, and try to lift your chest up as high as you can. For those of you that are familiar and able, you can wrap your right arm around the shin, behind the back, and connect your hands together behind. If I went a little too quick for you there, basically what's happening is just turn the thumb down, flex at the elbow, and then catch. 1. Good. Now, for whichever state of the pose you're in, if you're holding the bind, exhale, try to fold over your left leg for 2. Those of you holding onto the knee, keep drawing the belly in and squeezing the leg against the abdomen. 4. Another big breath in. And exhale. 5. Good. Release. Straighten your right leg forward. And now bend your left knee. Bring your left heel in close to the body. And again, use your left arm and just kind of hug your knee. From here, use your right hand on the floor, press down, and try to sit up as tall as you can, or as strong as you can. Good. Those of you that are making the wrap, left arm goes forward on the inside edge of the leg. You turn your thumb down, you wrap, bend elbow, and perhaps connect behind. And you can always take a towel and flip into your hand and catch. Inhale, lift your chin in your chest. Exhale, fold forward for 1. Those of you that have any lumbar disc issues, I want you to stay upright. 2, I want you to squeeze and let the left thigh press against your rib cage. 4. All right, let's take one more big breath in case that one was 3. No, all right, big breath in. And exhale. 5. Very good. All right, straighten your left leg. Let's go to a Marichasana C. Bend your right knee, bring your right heel in close to the body. Okay, from here, we're going to take our left arm. My back's going to turn to you, but I think you'll be able to get the visual. Your left arm's going to grab a hold of your right knee. Your right hand's going to go on the floor behind you. Now, again, here is where we typically round into the back. I want you to push down against your hand and try to sit up as tall as you can. And twist for 1. Some of you are familiar with the full arm wrap around where you can catch your hands together behind. However, 2, for the application of this practice, I want you to work on getting a nice tall spine. 3, rotate evenly from the base all the way to the top of the head. 4, by turning your chin towards your right shoulder. 5, good, then turn your chin forward and release. Take your right leg forward, bend your left knee, bring your left heel in close to the body. Put your left hand on the floor behind you. With your right arm, grab a hold of your left knee. So from here, again, I want you to try to sit up really tall. That way, when you go to turn your head, you're rotating on an even axis all the way from the bottom to the top. 1, remember the binding option if you prefer. 2, this right leg, the foot typically likes to roll out to the side. So I want you to check out your right foot. 3, and internally rotate your thighs so your toes are facing vertical. 4, and then work on the twists. Good. 5. Okay, turn your chin to the front and release. Let your left leg come down. Boat pose, everybody's favorite. All right, balance on your hip bones. What I want you to do first is just grab a hold of your knees, lift your feet off the floor, and see if you can balance on your hips. Some of you guys that have tailbone issues, take a big soft blanket, put it under the hips. You can practice holding on a softer surface. Okay, once you're able to hold here, practice taking your arms straight. You can hold, if you're able, 1, to straighten your legs. 2, you engage, lifting. 3, point the toes. 4, lift your chest up. 5, I want you to cross your legs. Practice placing your palms onto the floor. Place your hands a little forward of your hips. Lift your knees up. Lean your body weight forward. Here we go. Push down. Try to get your hips to come off the ground. Even if it's like a fraction of an inch, that's great. Lower back down. Wonderful. Let's do that again. We're going to balance in the boat pose. Lift your feet up. Straighten your arms. Try straighten your legs and breathe. 1. 2, remember the option of just holding the knees. 3, when you're holding the knees, you can practice lifting your chest. 4, and pulling your shoulders down away from your ears. 5, again, we're going to cross the legs and use this lift technique. Place your palms flat down. Avoid going onto your thumbs. I know you want to do it. Don't do it. Create a good habit from the start. Press down, lift your hips up. Wonderful. Lower your hips back down. Okay, we're going to do our kind of swivel vinyasa technique where we just come onto our hands and knees, nice easy style. This time let's lower all the way down onto our bellies. Come all the way down to the abdomen. Good. From here, go cobra pose. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest, squeeze the elbows in. Exhale, come to the child's pose. Bring your hips towards your heels and your forehead down toward the floor. Good. Hold here a moment. Take one full deep breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Great. All right. Come up onto your hands and knees. And from here, I want you to practice bringing your knees closer together. It's a version of a variation off cat pose. Take your right leg and extend your right leg behind you. Point the right toes. Try drop the right hip a little bit and lift through the glute and the hamstrings. You can hold here. 1, those of you that want a little extra challenge, take your left arm and stretch straight forward. 2, try to work the alignment where instead of letting my back bend like cow pose. 3, keep squeezing your belly, draw the belly in. 4, so it makes it a little more challenging to lift the arm and the leg. And then 5, good. Release and lower your right knee down. Left side, balance on your right knee in both palms. Take your left leg, extend it back. Point through the toes, strong left leg. Again, you can hold here. 1, if you want to challenge with the right hand lifting. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Release, hand down and knee to floor. Excellent. All right, so from here, go ahead and come down onto your belly so your pelvis, chest, and chin touch the floor. Let's try upward dog. We did it earlier. We practiced earlier. And here we're going to start with cobra. Engage your back muscles first. Now press into the palms. Keep your knees on the ground. One of the main things here is don't dump a whole bunch of bend into the lower back unless it's comfortable. You can stabilize by pushing down into the hands. Lift the hips a little bit. And now see if you can lift your knees off the ground by straightening the legs all the way. Good. Exhale, down dog. Curl your toes under. Lift your hips up. Press your heels down toward the floor. Give a nice big press into the palms. Really stretch your back in the downward facing dog. All right. From here, we're going to practice a gate pose. So I want you to come down onto your hands and knees. And I'm going to turn and face towards you so I can keep an eye on you. And I want you to come on your left knee and put your right leg to the side so that you're in a 90-degree angle in relation. Your left foot is directly behind your left knee. Your left hip is above your left knee. And from here, put both hands on your hips and practice just stretching the hamstrings gently by squeezing your quadricep muscle. Pull the belly in. Now from here, put your right hand onto your right knee. Take your left arm, reach up. Stretch up as tall as you can toward the ceiling. Create a nice, easy side bend. I want you to reach above the head, keep your left shoulder above your right shoulder. In other words, draw your right shoulder forward, left shoulder back. 2, and get a really deep side body stretch. 3, good. For drishti focus, you can look up toward your left hand to challenge the balance a little bit more. 4, the main idea is to stretch nice deep lateral flexion. 5, inhale, come all the way back up. Good. And from here, we're going to change sides. So we'll put our right knee on the ground, align your right heel behind your right knee, extend your left leg in exactly to the side, off to the side of the knee. With your left foot dorsiflex, let your heel rest on the floor. Put your hands on your hips and draw your belly in. Take your right arm, reach up, put your left hand on your left knee, stretch up tall, and begin to extend over to the side towards your left foot. For 1, good, maintain the breath. If you're ever holding a pose and you can't breathe. 2, that's a sign that you're going too far or deep in the pose. 3, I want you to maintain your concentration on the breathing rhythm. 4, again, inhale and exhale. 5, good, inhale, come back up. And we'll return onto our hands and knee position so that we can lower our belly all the way down onto the ground. Inhale, press to cobra and or come all the way into upward facing dog. Exhale to child's pose and or into the downward facing dog. All right, well, next up, come down onto your hands and knees. Go ahead and again, swivel your legs around in front of you. Bring your legs together in front and go ahead and lie down all the way onto your back. Here we're going to practice some back bends using bridge pose. Bend your knees, bring your heels close to your hips. From here, take your hands. One option to grab is grab around the outside edge of the ankles. If your arms don't feel like they're long enough for that, then you can always just put your palms, place your palms down onto the floor. Another great option here, if you're able, keep your palms flat and press your heels down against the top of your hands. Tuck your chin down, make sure your neck is neutral. Now, press your feet down, lift your hips up, and engage the back bend through the strengthening work that you're doing in your quads, for one. The other key ingredient, I want you to draw your knees a little closer together. 2, keep squeezing the belly in as you press your feet down, lift your hips up. 3, good. It's ideal that your legs are going to start to burn a little bit. You're going to feel the muscles working. 4, continue to press your feet down, lift up. And 5, exhale. Release and lower your hips back down. Good. From here, reach your arms out to the side. Sometimes it's called like windshield wipers. We're going to windshield wipe with our knees. I want you to drop the knees over to the right to create a gentle spinal twist. And I want you to bring your knees back to neutral and take your knees over to the left. We'll coordinate our breathing and also the head so that we're going to go inhale up to neutral. And then on exhale, knees go right and head goes left. Inhale, knees come up. Exhale, knees go left, head goes right. Again, inhale, come to neutral. We'll do one more time. Exhale, knees go right, head turn to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, knees go to the left, turn your head to the right. Wonderful. From here, go ahead and come back. Inhale to center. Relax your legs down. Relax your arms down beside the body. Okay, now inhale, bring your arms above your head. With an exhale, sit up, come up into the seated position, and fold forward over your legs. Release and stretch the back side of the body. We come again into Paschimottanasana, which we practiced earlier. And remember your options of either grabbing the feet, the shins, or using a strap. Or there's another option, if you remember, you could bend your knees. All right, so we're going to hold 1. We're going to breathe 5 breaths. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift your head up. All right, very good. One more little vinyasa. Come onto your hands and knees. We're going to go with the inhale into the cow pose. Exhale into cat pose. Wonderful. Come down into a seated position and take a comfortable cross-leg position. It's called Sukhasana, which means easy pose. So you can use a easy style cross-leg shape. If you're comfortable in half lotus or full lotus, of course you can use. All right, so from here, with our breathing, we're sitting really tall. So what I want you to do is place your arms onto your knees. You can touch your thumb and index fingertips together. Lift your chest up, drop your chin down towards your throat. We have what are called bandhas. To keep it really simple, I want you to try to engage the pelvic floor, pull the belly in, and tuck your chin down towards your clavicle or towards your throat. Your eyes are open, keep a soft gaze, and look somewhere right down the midline of the body. Exhale all your air. Follow my rhythm. Take a big breath in. Take a big breath out through the nose. Again, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Good. Again, inhale, breathe. Exhale, breathe out through the nose. Again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 5 more. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, breathe. Inhale, 2 more. Exhale. Last one. Big inhale. And exhale. Wonderful. Bring your hands to a prayer position about heart level. Give a nice little fold. Put your hands on the floor in front of you. Let your head relax down toward the mat. Let the hips stretch. Inhale, come back up and lie down onto your back. The final pose we're going to practice in this session is Shavasana and/or relaxation pose. I want you to lie on your back, close your eyes, and let the whole body relax. If you need to wiggle a little bit to find a position that's comfortable for you, you can. If you have discomfort in your lower back when you lie flat, simply bend your knees, put the feet on the floor, go wide with the feet, touch the knees together, and then try to relax as much as possible and let the weight of the body with gravity completely relax. As you hold the pose, again, let the eyes close. We're going to relax the breathing and release from Ujjayi breath into natural breath rhythm. When we breathe like this, the nervous system has the opportunity to calm and relax. This is really important. Every day we need to take at least a little bit of time, be it 5 minutes or this entire session, tuning into our body, tuning into our breathing, and getting centered. The earth is providing an incredible support system here where we can feel as the body relaxes on the ground that we don't have to do anything at all. Just allow yourself to completely relax. If you can relax for just about 30 seconds here with me, this can change your perspective entirely. It's really important that we hold our attention in a positive direction and know that everything is going to be totally fine. Everything is going to work out. So as you hold here, just let your feet relax. Allow your ankles to relax. Work your way up along the shins and the calves. Totally relax. Feel there's more space in the knees as you allow from the knees along the legs all the way up into the hips. Totally rest, easy style. Relax the abdomen. Release all the way along the spinal column from the tailbone up through to the shoulders. Allow the shoulders, the scapulas, the chest, the heart, totally relax. Release the arms down through the elbows, into the wrists, and into your fingertips. Bring your awareness and attention to the shoulder area again and allow the neck soft. Let your head be supported. Don't hold your head in any one position. Just let it relax. Soften your jaw. Relax the face. All the way up to the top of your head. So this way you use your awareness, scan your body, and let go of any tension. Thank you for joining me today. Please feel free to relax here for as long as you would like. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.